as in the end neither side is now perfect in Germany as it finished 2 apiece. Some great access afterwards that Aage Fjortoft got us. He spoke to a lot of players and manager, but let's start off, shall we, with Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas, I want to start with that first half. As a neutral fan, what is going on in a game like that? You're starting so well, and then you lose it a bit, and then you come back. Try to explain it with your coaching brain.
I cannot explain. It's 20 minutes. We have everything under control. We play according to the plan. We have a good rhythm. We have good positioning. We have total control. Leverkusen is, we had everything there to maybe already decide the match. Then we stopped completely everything for 20 minutes, between 20 and 40 minutes. I don't know why. We have a crazy amount of ball losses, crazy amount of mistakes. We do crazy decisions, technical mistakes. We lose the rhythm. We have a very soft decision against us. Okay, we concede from a set piece. And then the last 5 minutes, suddenly we play again according to the plan. We play the rhythm, we play from the positions, and then can score 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. And still it's up and down in this game again. And also second half, for me it's too open, it's too wild. It's okay, maybe nice for the supporters, but as a coach, no.
Again a goal, but you come straight from the dressing room now. Is it a feeling of I've lost 2 points?
I think so, especially when you're 2-1 up with only a few minutes ago. They're important games to see out. Unfortunate with the penalty, it's soft in many ways, but over the course of the game, they had their fair chances as well. So, we know we can improve. There was good spells throughout the game where we played really well, but times where we was just a little bit open as a team, and they exploited that. So, it's a point. We move forward. We have plenty of games to go, and another tough week.
How do you analyze this crazy entertaining game?
Well, I'm pretty sure that for the neutrals, it was lovely to see because so many things happened, so many chances for both sides, very attacking football from both sides. On the bench, it was really intense as well. But for sure, the guys, they put a great effort. They fought till the end. After the first 15 minutes, we were not happy, but we were able to come back and to start controlling the game and playing our football. I'm happy that we could do that in this stadium. That is not easy to do. And Bayer could have won, we could have won, and at the end the point is fair for both sides, I think.
How hard is it for you as a player, or how easy is it to receive instructions from Xabi Alonso? I've seen sideline to just talk to you guys and give some instructions.
He's this in the training as well. He's every day with us. He's showing us how to do it, how to stand the body shape, and helps a lot for a midfielder. And I'm so happy to be part of this. So happy to learn from the most experienced player in the world, maybe. And we take step by step the good things.
So let's just confirm what that result means regarding their positions in the table. They remain first and second, dropping their first points, respectively, of the season. Frank Leboeuf joins us for this conversation. He watched this game, of course, as did Ali and Stevie as well. Ali, in the 86th minute, when Bayern scored, you're like, oh, no, it's all happening again. Obviously, we don't have a horse in the race, but for the neutral, you just felt that a draw was probably a fair result. Do you agree?
Absolutely, a draw was a fair result. I think Leverkusen today showed personality, composure, maturity, because the first 20 minutes, they were horrendous. Mm-hmm. To the point to where you're thinking, once Harry Kane scores, you're like, uh-oh, it's going to get out of control, and it's going to get out of control quick. And Leverkusen just kind of grew into the match, started finding some spaces. I think they exposed the midfield of Bayern Munich and the lack of structure through that midfield. There is a lot of distance between Goretzka and Kimmich, and there is nobody to cover in behind them. And so they get all sorts of positions defensively where they get stretched. Once Leverkusen was able to exploit those spaces through Florian Wirtz and Jonas Hoffmann, then it really sort of turned the game around, and you started to see more involvement from Victor Boniface, who, let me tell you, was throwing Dayo Upamecano around like he wasn't even there. He was physically dominant and really probably deserved something out of the game in terms of scoring a goal himself to reward his effort, to reward his performance. But I just thought that Leverkusen, beyond those first 20 minutes, showed a maturity and a growth to this team, a composure on the ball, possession of the ball in the attacking half, pushed Bayern Munich to a point to where now Leverkusen were creating chances and really should have scored a couple of goals that they didn't. Having said that, the chance that Harry Kane has is 100% a chance. It is beyond a clear opportunity, certainly for a guy like Harry Kane. We're not talking about me, who's having to score this goal. It's Harry Kane, 8 yards out. You're thinking, okay, well, they go and win it from here. They didn't. 2-2 is fair. Bayern Munich could have won it. Leverkusen could have won it. I think 2-2 is a fair result of what the game was.
This is a fun game, wasn't it, Stevie?
Yeah, it was great. You know, you heard them in the interviews. Everybody's talking about how open it was. It was incredible how open it was. Neither side, when they did try and press up high, could stop the opposition from getting through. And I think the worrying thing for Bayern Munich would be that they didn't. For 20 minutes, yes, they were great, but after that, they could not affect Leverkusen getting through them. And then when you add the other worrying factor for me for Bayern, Upamecano, I've never seen somebody go backwards as quickly as he has. You know, when he was a huge part of taking Leipzig to a semi-final of the Champions League, this guy was an absolute monster. He was a giant in the team, and he stood out. Well, unfortunately, he now stands out because he can't make a decision. He can't make a good challenge, and he makes them vulnerable. So Bayern are going to win games because they've got talent going forward, but defensively, they're going to struggle.
Frank, what's happened to Upamecano?
Well, it might be a lack of confidence, even if the coach chose him instead of De Ligt. I think you can see in his game that he wants to try, but he's afraid of making mistakes, and maybe a guy like him and the confidence that he has and the experience that he has can bring something back to him, as Stevie said, as he was doing for Leipzig. So it's not easy. It was a roller coaster today, emotionally for everybody. As you mentioned, for the first 20 minutes for Bayern, then after Bayer Leverkusen came back and showed their strength. I love that game. I really love that game. And yes, you had some clumsiness, but the best for me, you had some willingness of winning a game. And it was like a Champions League game, but not the group stages. The after the group stages, when you have to give everything to win a game. I love the game. I love the intensity of the game, and even the mistakes of the game. I love them because I found players who were willing to give 100% to a big game like that.
Can I just jump in here? I'm talking about Upamecano defensively, and I've kind of pulled him out. But I think the defensive problems start further up the field.
Yeah.
Gnabry, and particularly Sané.
Oh, used to have things he was saying about
do
Sané.
Nothing to help the back four or the two in the middle of the park. Absolutely nothing. Neither of the two of them, but particularly Sané. And so when you're constantly getting attacked, you're thinking, when's this going to stop?
Right.
And it seems to me simple that Tuchel has to get in the ear of these two and tell them to get back in. And they don't have to be charging around kicking people. Just get in a position where you can affect the opposition and stop, maybe not even stop them getting through eventually, but just initially stop them so you can get back into a position where as a team you can defend. That to me is huge.
Well, I understand everybody thinks that he was perfect and great but I will be a teammate. I will come at the end of the game and say, my dear, you know, you have at least to score one goal out of the 8 chances that you had, and show me less selfishness, you know, that you showed today. There are 2 situations where he has to give the ball instead of shooting. The one is on the left side and he put it outside, where clearly his teammate is just in the middle. Football is not played by himself. Yes, there is a lack of composure, but is it more lack of composure or more clumsiness? And I would have been upset. Even if he's 22, even if he's full of talents, and we can see that he can become one of the best strikers right now, you know, I would have been his teammate. I would have been upset against him because he made the wrong choices, because he was clumsy, and because he should have scored a goal, at least one. you know. And I understand why people are saying that they find it very good, but when you're a striker, when you have 8 chances to score, please at least put one in.
So is this a maturity thing? Is this a selfish striker thing? Where would you put this?
Well, I don't think it's a selfish striker thing, because prior to the game, Xabi Alonso was talking about how good he has been in fitting into what the team wants to do, that he plays for the team. And I have to say, Boniface would have rather have been my teammate rather than Frank's, because I appreciate the work that he's putting out there, and I appreciate the opportunities that he's creating, and the fact that if we just toss the ball out there, he's going to go challenge it into the channel, win the ball from Upamecano, and then bring the ball into the box, into an area where perhaps we can score from that. Now, I agree. He should reward all that work with a goal. And believe me, I'm sure he's right now at home or wherever he may be trying to sleep going, my goodness, for everything that I did, for all the work, all the good effort that I put forth, and I have nothing to show for that.
Well, you could see in the post-match interview, which it didn't show, but we did see, he was gutted, clearly gutted after.
Yeah, he's look, I'm proud of what the team has done, but I could have done better. Which, to answer your question, the initial question is that the attitude of a selfish guy? I don't think so. He was very cognizant and very aware of the fact that he had missed opportunities, but I cannot take away the quality of the performance and how important he is right now to their success and will be to their success this season. Because in him being able to throw himself around in the manner in which he does, it gives freedom and space for Jonas Hoffman to do his work, for Florian Wirtz to do his work, and for them to be able to create opportunities in transition. He's going to be key to them if they're going to go anywhere this season in Bundesliga.
That then is the big question, Stevie. Can they go anywhere in the Bundesliga this season? Can
they last 9 months? You'd have to say not.
But we know the frailties of this Bayern Munich side. You've highlighted them.
Yeah,
Thomas Tuchel's not getting his new player until January.
But the key is they have enough talent that somebody will produce something.
Right.
You know, Ali's talking about Hoffman, and we're talking about Victor here. But do we know that they can keep going for 9 months? We know that Bayern have got the experience that they can keep going and be involved for 9 months. And when it gets tough, somebody will produce something. That's the difference between these two sides. You cannot right now say that Leverkusen are going to last the 9 months.
Right.
I think you know Bayern are going to be up there for the 9 months. The question is, will they win it or not?
Percentages, Ali?
Of what?
Bayern against the pack.
Oh, well, 90-10 Bayern?
Really? So, but Bayer Leverkusen have pretty much 7%.
Well, no, I'm just... look, I mean, Bayern have won it 11 times in a row. So until somebody truly proves that, hey, we are here to stay, I think today was a step forward from Leverkusen. And I think they made a case to other teams that if you are brave enough, courageous enough, and if you have enough quality, you can trouble Bayern Munich if you get in a back and forth game with them. But both managers, the one thing that they agreed upon is like, no, it was too open. It was too back and forth. It was too out of control. I think eventually over the course of 9 months, what you're going to find is that quality usually rises above everybody else. And in terms of quality, if Bayern is at their best, I still think that they are significantly better than everybody else in Bundesliga.
Of course, at the first game of this match day in the Bundesliga, every other single match will be live on ESPN Plus for you. Borussia Dortmund in action at 9:30 tomorrow. They're away against Freiburg.